All right, welcome back. We've had a little layoff. We'll talk probably briefly about that today, but we'll save that for the next episode where we don't have a guest and it's just me and Black catching everybody up on life changes. But episode 39, building character, Caesar RE, Black Act 2K, and our guest this week, Bokaami, down here in the bottom.
Low, low, low.
And so, Bo, we'll have you do like a little blurb about yourself, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. I'm from Toronto. So I don't know how many Canadians you had, but
Couple
it's
so far. You're
Yeah,
muted.
so-
You're muted, Black.
I have a bunch.
you have a bunch of Canadians?
Yeah.
In his streams,
In what way?
in his streams.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
On this, we've had at least 2 or 3. I want to say at least out of 35, 36. Yes, something like
Nice,
that.
nice.
So
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm 20, so definitely a little more mature than a lot of the Fortnite audience. I play Fortnite, by the way. That's another thing. I came into Caesar's chat once, I think from a host. Just been there for a couple months now.
Nice.
yeah, Bo, you came over with Ari pretty. Oh, I mean Ari's been over, but
Yeah,
I mean,
was it Ari's stream or was it like Meepy stream? It was one or the other.
One
but
of
I
the
came
two.
From them. Yeah.
one of the two. But I think I met Meepy through Ari, and then one way or another.
Yep.
But yeah, so Black, we'll try to touch lightly on Fortnite, but not too
Oh,
heavily.
I don't care.
But Bo's been, pretty much playing. I guess you consider it professional now since you guys won money in that college thing, right?
Yeah, but like I don't.
I mean,
play
you
like
have to.
that.
You have to.
Don't
technically.
downplay it. That's earnings.
The most when you've earned money,
That's
it's
earnings.
professional. Once
Yeah,
you
I
accept
mean,
that
yeah.
check,
Definition.
if they have an amateur tournament,
Definition.
you can't accept it. 'cause
Yeah.
You've accepted money.
So, yeah, technically, sure. I've made
That's
money from a
awesome.
video game, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I think it's probably been a good couple months, 4 months or so, I think. And Bo joined this pretty early in the sign up list. And welcome back, everybody. Like I said, I know I've had people chatting me while I'm still streaming, and I know Black's been asking me, and we've kind of just balanced between. We had one weekend, I think, in there that we were gonna have one, and then he had his wife signed him up to take pictures for some pregnant friends. So I was like, yeah, no, that's okay. But I mean, Bokaami's been around since before my second son was born, and helps me get a little bit better at the game because he can carry me a little bit better than almost
No, but
most
I
people.
struggle. Like we struggle a lot when it's just us two. We don't really do too hot. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
When it's just us two,
I mean, when
duos,
we were playing Duo Arena in the very beginning,
can't
I'll just
carry
say
you like
you
that.
might have been dead, and then I got your card a couple times.
Exactly.
But I'll take credit for that. But no, I mean so getting back to Canada, right? And I mean you've met Sandwich, right?
Yeah.
And
I was
Sandwich.
defending him today, actually.
Oh yeah, so Sandwich. Oh,
Yeah.
in the Discord, he was actually getting
He's getting
his
flamed for
montage.
his
Yeah.
montage,
But Black, I mean, Sandwich, right?
Yeah,
and
Sandwich.
and we had him on probably a good 15 to 20 episodes ago now. And you guys, so you guys threw me off when I first talked about it. You used 2 different ways to describe your heritage, right? And it was like,
I don't remember
said-
this. What did he say?
he said Iranian, right? And you said
Persian.
you're Persian. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, but
It's like the same thing, but
yeah, that's what you were saying to me.
yeah.
So we've actually had.
I don't know the difference. I'll be honest.
There's really not much of a difference. It's kind of like a cultural thing. It's like there's no real difference in a definition. It's just like because of like the stuff that's happened in the country, like some people prefer to say it the other way, but it doesn't really make a difference in the definition.
Speaking of Sandwich, he's here.
What's up, Sandwich? So I mean, we talked about it a little bit, right? He told us like, now were you? Let me just ask a question, right, for everybody. Were you born in Canada or born there?
No, I was actually born there. I came to Canada in 2012. So
Oh wow.
yeah, pretty recent.
Yeah, it is
So
really
I was,
recent
yeah,
That is.
for
it's like less. It's gonna
minimal
be 10 years
accent, I would
actually in
say,
January. Yeah.
right?
So I was born there, lived there for like around 11 years, and then moved to Australia for like
Oh, nice.
7 months or so, and
Cool.
then
Yeah, that's awesome.
moved back and then came here.
Like, was it nice to move around a little bit
yeah.
since you were a little older, so like you kind of knew what was going on? Was it
Yeah, I
nice, or
mean,
did you have like trouble adjusting? No, like you don't have to answer.
yeah, no, I definitely had a lot of trouble adjusting to like the language, because like I took like English classes since I was like really young,
Yeah.
but it's super different when you get put in like a school, because I went to school in Australia for the couple months that I was there. So when I went there, like I basically learned all my English like in Australia, because
You
like,
have to.
it's just super different when you just go to classes and then when you're put into the country. So and then when I came here, I was like ESL for maybe about a year before like I was pretty good, like fluent in English.
And imagine if you had all them accents together.
Yeah,
Like
just a
Australian,
mix.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I'm pretty sure a lot of people do, but like it takes like years for you to, I'm
Mm.
pretty sure, to like develop the accent.
So what's crazy to me, and I mean, you mentioned it, but I noticed that with other countries. Like I had a Russian pen pal when I was in 5th grade, and like they have English classes, right? Where
Yeah.
it's not until you get to like high school for the most part in America that you start taking. I mean, maybe in some areas, but at least for me, northeastern side of the country, it's like you pretty much start taking them as like an add-on class to learn like Spanish or French or whatever. But
Mm.
other countries, they're like they push it pretty early on, which I think is a lot probably easier to learn, right? As you're trying to
Mm.
like map things together than to try to do it later.
Yeah. I mean, so it's not like forced in school to learn English in
Okay.
Iran.
Huh.
Like because we applied to immigrate to Canada like when I was like 2, 3 years old.
Oh yeah,
So
it takes a while.
it took almost 8 years, I think, for like the process to go through. So during that time, I was just taking English classes to prepare for coming to Canada, basically.
Yeah.
wow,
And did you
Yeah.
get your
that's a
citizenship?
long time.
Did you and your family get your citizenship in
Yeah.
Canada?
yeah, yeah. Well, that's why we immigrated. So we actually went to Australia because during that time, like Australia was like really booming with like immigration. So we were like, we'll go to Australia and see how it is, and then see if we want to apply to immigrate there, because it was just taking so long for Canada that we didn't think it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then when we were in Australia, we actually got the acceptance for Canada, so we just moved back, got our stuff, and came.
Yeah. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
She
I-
went you back up.
Yeah, right.
exactly.
I mean, uh-oh. Okay.
Who is it? Son or daughter?
I think it's your daughter.
Son.
That's your son.
Son. Go bed. Shut the door.
I mean, Australia, Australia is, I imagine it's in my mind, I'm like, it seems like it could be pretty scenic, right? If you get out into like, I don't know, is it considered the safari, whatnot, right? Like the animals in Australia seem like it would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Like
Out
with
in that area.
kangaroos and koalas and stuff.
Yeah, like that would
Yeah.
be pretty cool. Outside of like
It's
the city,
basically
I
like
mean,
a southern Canada.
okay.
Like, because like they're all under like England too, I'm pretty sure. Australia and Canada are both under England. So
I did not know that either.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
very stupid right now.
We're about to get cultured, Black. We're about to get cultured.
I don't leave this room, motherfucker.
Why you don't want to be cultured?
Nah,
Oh,
I'd rather
wow.
just stream and go to work. I mean, well, never mind.
Have you guys ever been to Australia though?
I had never left the States. Ohio, Illinois.
Really?
That's it.
Never?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so
Interesting. I mean, US is
I've
pretty
never
big,
even
so.
seen half of the U.S.
Yeah.
Literally, Ohio, Kentucky, Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. That's it for me.
Yeah,
And that most of that is just passing through.
I would normally say that I'd probably like in the past I would have aligned to you a little bit, Black, with like that, except we did travel the United States pretty broadly. I'd have to say I'd probably seen like 25 if not more, maybe like 30 of the states at least driving through. And it wasn't until I was 25 that I was on a plane for the first time. That was
I still haven't been on one.
yeah, that was Dominic. It was my never have I ever. That was an easy one for me. It was never have I ever been on a plane. Most people had.
Wait, when
Um,
was this?
I was 25. I was
Wow.
in.
How did it feel? Were you like, I don't know, were
So
you
it
like
was,
scared or something for the
so
first
no,
time?
it was. So I had like thoughts in my head. Like I hadn't been on a plane. I was like, if I'm gonna get on a plane, you know what? I want to skydive. I want to be able to be one of those people who said the first time I got on a plane,
I've
I jumped
seen
out.
Castaway.
No, it's like the first time I've gotten on a plane, I jumped out. Right? Like I could
Yeah.
have that saying. But we went on a group of friends, like all couples, went on like a couples retreat basically to the Dominican Republic, and the
Mm.
flight going there was it was cool. I mean, I had no problems. It's when we landed. I think I found out later that the air conditioning above me got turned off, whether it was my wife or somebody else, and we're like sitting there in this
Sweating.
small plane, can't get off yet. And I'm like now getting claustrophobic. So it was like not the flight or anything. It was like on the ground, like, hey, I'm stuck in this plane. Please get me the hell out of this plane now. I
Yeah.
don't
Was
want
it
to be
a
in here
was it a
anymore.
short
Yeah.
flight?
4 hours, I think.
Okay,
It
that's
was
that's
4
pretty.
hours.
It's pretty long, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. I mean, now when I got off, because we booked, it was like a package deal, so it was a cheap flight and everything like that. But when we got off, you know, all my friends and my wife had flown and things like that. They said that was some of the worst turbulence they've ever felt. And I was just like riding along, like, you know, this is what the movies show all the time.
How many?
This is
How
normal.
many volumes did you take?
I have no idea. No, like I didn't. I was fine. I was like, it didn't bother me at all. I just thought it was like that was normal. And
He said this is what happened on Snakes on a Plane.
yeah, exactly. Put these motherfucking snakes on this
motherfucking plane.
But yeah, so I mean, that's I traveled there. So we did a U-turn at Niagara Falls in Canada. We weren't trying to go into Canada. Like we went down the wrong road, I guess, right, and crossed over the bridge and had to do like a U-turn. So technically,
That's the only time you've been in Canada.
That's the only time. That's the only
That's
time.
wild.
I didn't even know Niagara Falls was in freaking Canada.
It's on the border, right? You can see it in New York, or you can see it, you know, in
Yeah,
Canada.
it's like Buffalo or Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were in
I had
Buffalo.
no idea.
I'll probably
wild.
one day go to Toronto, something like that. I could see it happening. I almost went when my buddy from college was kicking for a CFL team, and he was playing, you know, in that area, and I was like, I kind of wanted to go up and watch him because I'm only like 6-7 hours from
Driving?
yeah, Toronto. Yeah.
Wait, so is it cold where you are?
Right now,
Yeah.
it's cold. It's not snowing where I'm at. Probably where Black's at, Ohio, Michigan. They're probably. I mean, Michigan was getting pounded with snow this weekend.
Michigan had a ton of snow. I watched the game.
Yeah, you were
the
bragging
college
about
game.
it, and it didn't work out too well.
Fuckers stomped us,
You
bro.
probably should. You probably shouldn't have even got in on that.
I was so mad, dude.
Is it snowing there, Bo?
Yeah. It's not a lot this morning. Actually, I just looked out, but yeah. It's not
Now,
a lot.
how much do you normally get where you're at? Then you get like a lot.
Like now, not a lot. Maybe like we have like 15 centimeters, maybe 10 centimeters. Not a lot right now, but like it gets really bad. Like it doesn't like, and like it's kind of like the same as Buffalo, I guess. Like how Buffalo gets their winters, kind of like the same.
Yeah, pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Sess is in chat, and she said that's exactly what I thought you would look like.
Who, me?
Derek
Sess,
said,
yeah, Sess said.
Bokaami. Derek said Bokaami knows more about America than both of you combined.
Oh,
I actually know nothing about America.
yeah, no, I mean, look,
Me either,
he
bro.
doesn't live in America. He lives in Canada. Okay, he's a friendly neighbor to the
It
north.
doesn't matter. He still knows more than I do.
Well, more than you, that's fine. I know a decent
He said
amount.
that's a low goddamn bar.
Yeah, that's a low bar. But I don't know, man. So I always say with the whole traveling thing, I always say there's so much that I could see in the United States that I would want to like exhaust that before I kind of venture out to do sightseeing other places.
Makes sense.
The only times I've been out of the country, I that friend
When are you
trip,
gonna
and then I
start
went for
that?
my honeymoon. What's that?
When are you gonna start that?
So I mean, I've seen a lot, right? I've been to Mount Rushmore. I've been to those places out west. I mean, once my
No
son's,
idea what you're talking about. Go on.
You're kidding if you don't know what Mount Rushmore is at this point. They removed
Are
the
you
wrong
serious?
part of your brain, bro.
Great face, bro.
They removed the wrong part of your
No,
brain.
you're actually trolling. There's no way you don't know what Mount Rushmore is.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm not. It's fine. That's
Okay,
not
how about like a hint, like the heads on the
the mountain.
mountain?
The president.
With the
You've
president?
definitely seen it in
That's
movies.
called Mount Rushmore. bud.
I've seen that blow up in a movie or two.
Yeah.
That's real?
Mhm.
It's called Mount Rushmore.
That's
Oh, what
pretty dope.
were you watching? Fucking, what's the kid that makes all the money? The what's his name? Macaulay
No.
Culkin plays it. Richie Rich. Were you watching Richie Rich?
No. No.
Okay.
I was watching I can't even remember it now.
Yeah.
Austin Powers, bro.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot for me that I'd want to see. I'll probably start that when both my kids are old enough to like take on road trips, and we'll do some
That's dope, Kirk.
vacations like that. That'd be pretty
But
cool.
like, how much like cultural difference is there in the U.S.? You know what I mean? Like in the different states and stuff. Is it culturally different though? Like personally, I like to travel because I want to like.
$1,000,000%.
Yeah, there's definitely different.
Really?
Yeah, there's different places.
State to state.
I mean, you can go
way
in
different, bro.
Pennsylvania. You can go in Pennsylvania if I'm in Philadelphia versus go to Pittsburgh, and I get a completely different culture. Just across the state.
I'll stay.
Same thing
Or
within the
go back
middle.
to
You know,
Ohio.
it just depends.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you go to Washington, you go to California, you're gonna
east.
get to different people. You go south, you're gonna get different people. You know, you go to Texas, you go
Yeah.
to Florida. You know, you're gonna get a lot of difference. Sess wants you to come
Yeah,
to
I guess.
Bama. Yeah, I don't know. I hear what you're saying though. Like you could go to a different country. The thing is, like, I mean, I don't know enough about sizes, right? Of like these countries. But I think like, okay, France, right?
France is pretty small.
What's the size
Like
of
US
France?
is, US is pretty big.
That's what I'm
US
saying.
is
Like, what's the size of
what's
France?
US like fourth or?
I don't know, but I'm
I
just
think
gonna
it's
say
Russia,
I
Canada.
I imagine
Brazil,
there's
and
probably
then
a couple
US.
states that are the same size as France as a country.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So it's like, you know, that's why they're own their little countries basically.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I don't know. It's I know a lot of people who would rather go, you know, Greece,
States?
like all those. No,
Oh,
no, I mean
countries.
like go different countries and things
I
like
would
that.
love to see that broken Coliseum, bro.
I'm so glad you even know there's a broken Coliseum in Greece.
I want to so bad.
I feel like that was in some video game or something. That's what he knows. it
Nah,
from.
bro,
I saw it like
Gladiator, bro.
300. Yeah.
Gladiator. I just watched that the other day. Fucking 2.5 hours long.
Yeah. Well, Bo, how
Just kidding.
much outside of, you know, Australia for those 7 months or whatnot, and then Canada, how much traveling have you done?
I've done actually done a lot of the traveling. I've been to almost every continent except
Oh wow.
That's great.
like I mean, would you say Alaska's like their own continent? I mean, I
No,
don't know.
Alaska is still part of
Yeah.
America.
Yeah, so I wouldn't. I haven't gone to Africa.
Well, it's all North
That's-
America, right? Canada is technically
Yeah,
you don't even
yeah.
have to be in America.
So I haven't gone to Africa and South America. Those are the two I haven't gone to.
And
but
Antarctica.
everything else-
You've not been to
And
Antarctica.
Antarctica. Yeah. So
I was like, I
those
was about to hear about those adventures real
no,
quick.
that's not.
How are the penguins,
You
bro?
can't even count that as like
You
a
have to
continent at
count
this
it.
point.
You have to count
Who
it.
goes to Antarctica? No one.
I mean, there are
So-
people, expeditions go down there.
Yeah,
I get the
I guess.
National
Or like
Geographic.
research and stuff, right? Yeah.
I get the National Geographic brochure in the mail.
Do people actually live there though? Like outside of research, like do people actually live there?
It's a good question. I have no idea. I'd like to think they don't, but they might.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Black? What's wrong? Yeah,
I can't. No, like I can't say it because I don't want to
Oh.
ruin the podcast. It's politics.
So you
Uh-huh.
haven't been to any country in South America, like anything south
No.
of Mexico.
No.
Oh wow. It's just the Caribbean's like a big vacation spot at
yeah,
least, right?
exactly. Yeah, it is.
But if you're
I don't
not
know, we've-
vacationing, you're doing more of like a cultural, like, I mean, there's a lot of culture there too.
Yeah, we've like when we've lived in Canada, we've only gone to the U.S. and Europe.
Okay.
So I haven't been to South America yet. But Europe is really nice. I really like Europe, like England,
Yeah.
France. Those are really
Wait,
cool
does
spots.
anyone know So chat says that only researchers live in Antarctica. Is there a specific amount of time that they're allowed to live there?
That's a
Or
good
like,
question too. I don't know.
Probably get like
they
a
got like
work
little
visa or something.
colonies down there.
I have to be looking it up.
It's like some 30 days a night shit. That shit scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you were pretty young. You're a soccer fan, aren't you? A football fan?
Actually, no, I'm not.
No?
Sandwiches, no?
Sandwiches, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so apparently there's no native Antarcticans and no permanent residents or citizens of Antarctica.
Mm.
But people live there for
Research
expeditions and stuff.
purposes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it says you
wait,
can't
what's the
live in
difference-
Antarctica indefinitely.
What's the difference between an expedition and just normal researchers?
I think that's the same thing. Is there?
I would imagine a researcher is like doing it for a study and exhibition is like exploring, right?
Oh, okay.
I would imagine that's my guess, but I'm no expert. Buck,
That makes sense.
Bokaami, you do live in Toronto, right?
Yeah. Well, like close, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's what Buck said. He lives close to Toronto too.
Yeah.
Antarctica is the only continent with no permanent human habitation. There are, however, permanent human settlements, which scientists and support staff live for part of the year on a rotating basis. Sounds pretty cool. I don't think I'd ever want to do it.
No.
Like I said, I
maybe
mean,
to see some penguins.
yeah, I mean,
that'd be dope.
but you can see penguins at the zoo. Much warmer at the zoo. You know, you only have to walk into where their habitat is for 5 minutes or so. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
Walking around and looking like a penguin yourself.
Yeah.
Waddle.
I think my biggest thing is when it comes to traveling is I don't get the sense of security that I feel like I have when I'm in the States. And it's just a mental thing because I'm no more safe. I'm saying I'm no more
too much Hostel, bro.
I'm saying
like, what do you think is gonna happen?
I'm saying I've
and like
well, so just to be honest, like the places I've traveled outside of the States, right, are by definition like third world countries, right? So there's a lot more that could happen there, right? Where people are seeing an opportunity
like the
to
sketchy
seize,
dude
right?
that took you to jump off a rock.
Yeah, my 24-foot jump. That kid was like 16 or 17 or something.
When you were telling us this story, bro, I was in shock.
But did I tell you that my friend went to the same exact resort a year later?
I thought you just trusted some kid.
A year later, he went to the same resort, got on the same boat because I told him, like, go with this guy, you know, take the tour. And then if you want to jump, he'll, you know, take you. They weren't letting him jump anymore because somebody died.
that's wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but I feel like it's like the same thing. But imagine like someone else came from another country and then you saw them. You're like, yo, let's go shoot some guns, right?
Yeah.
Like to you, it's like normal,
Whoops.
you know. But like to them, it's like, what the fuck? Like I'm shooting guns with people I've never met before, you know? It's
Right,
like, it's
right.
pretty wild if you talk about it if you have never shot guns before.
That's what
Or
I'm
it's not a
saying.
normal
Like
thing, right?
but it's like outside of my comfort zone. So like
Yeah.
I noticed the difference
I
when
ain't shooting with guns with nobody I don't know.
No, but I mean, like, there's
Unless
definitely
we're
are
at the
people who do
range,
it, right?
It's not happening.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
Like if you like, there's definitely some people like you might see at like a coffee shop or a bar or something, right? And then they'll be like, you know, let's go. I'll show you my guns or something.
Sure.
That
You know?
happens.
Yeah.
No,
So-
like it really does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't know. It's for me, I noticed it was the lack of control over the situation that drove me crazy. I went to 2 resorts. Right now, it might be different if I go to like Europe and I end up getting a rental car and I'm driving around. I'm able to do what I need to do, but I then have the language barrier in some, you know, probably most places,
Yeah.
and now I'm like trapped because I can't get past that barrier. So it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, it depends. Like even in like France, right? We went to Paris. I thought there would be a language barrier, but there actually wasn't because like it's such a touristy place, right? So they
Sure.
know like most of the people are there gonna speak English. Like every shop, everything, like all the workers speak English. So like everything was pretty normal.
Yeah.
Even though like their first language is French, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've been like a creature of habit for so long now that I feel
Yeah.
like any one of those things,
It's like outside your comfort
it's
zone.
so outside of my comfort zone that I don't know if I would be growing from it or just completely shelled up and like not wanting to do any of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's like or overwhelmed by anxiety, I guess. Because like if
Mm.
that happens, like you don't really want to do anything and you're like kind of miserable. Um, but I mean I
I
don't
feel like
know.
if you
I'll
do it
see.
enough times though, like you're gonna open up at some point. You're not gonna be like full anxiety. You might be full anxiety the first time you go,
Yeah,
right? And then you can go again, and then you'll be fine, right? Like it's like you just have to get out of your comfort zone enough times
I think
because you've
studying
just been in it.
abroad probably would have been the only time I would have done it. And
Yeah.
like I would have, let's say I was studying abroad and like
It's
three
like
of my friends were
purpose.
doing it at the same time. No, I'm saying like three of my friends were doing it at
If
the
you
same
go with
time.
someone, yeah.
And
If you
I'm
go with
like, oh,
someone, you
three
Oh, yeah, I
friends, we're
can
just
see that.
hanging
close with,
out and
yeah,
like we'll figure it out together kind of deal,
yeah,
Now
yeah.
it's like,
Teamwork make dream work, baby.
yeah, right. Now with like the wife and two kids, it's like I don't see myself wanting to take my kids on that type of trip because that type of trip
Yeah.
is like I won't have the control and I'll be nervous about my kids the whole time because I can't control the situation and it'd be
Mm.
like really scary at that point, I would think.
How would you feel when if your kids got like older and they went to countries you've never been to? You know what I mean? Would you feel anxious about that too? Because you didn't really have control over it,
I don't know. I don't
and you've
really
never
have
been there yourself,
I
right?
don't
So
really have that sense of call me weird, but like I don't have that protectiveness over my son right now. Like I don't, or either son
Mm.
right now. I don't have that sense of like I need to make sure nothing happens to them. Like
Nah, it's there. You just don't know it yet.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
mm,
you
nah, I
just
don't know.
don't know it.
he's
It's
like, if
there,
someone pulls
bro.
out with a knife, he's running. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know.
But
I
I'm
mean,
asking because I want to travel, right? Like, after I graduate, I want to travel by myself for a few months, like go to different countries and stuff.
that sounds
So
cool.
it's,
Do you
but I
have
haven't really
like
thought about
a
like how much it affects other people.
yeah? Do you have like a plan laid out of like what you want to see, or are you going by
Not an
yourself?
actual itinerary, but I do want to go by myself, and I want to visit 5 countries. So I want to go to Iceland, Spain, Italy, Morocco, and Japan. So those are 5.
So
Ooh, we have another visitor.
you just wanna like book a now this is your daughter.
Yeah.
So you wanna book a flight and just head out
Just keep
by
going
yourself.
around. Yeah. Yeah.
Sit down and
I
have lunch by yourself, breakfast by
well, it
yourself.
won't be by myself because I'm trying to go to like a hostel,
Oh, okay.
to like save money on like not spending on hotels and stuff. And it's like pretty common, like to go to hostels at like people of my age. So I'm pretty sure I'll meet people there who are also traveling, and just make friends and go out with them at night and stuff.
All right.
So I don't think it'll be that bad.
Give me the definition, your definition of a hostel. Because my
Like an
definition
actual
of the
definition,
hostel,
or
yeah, my
like what I'm
definition of a
imagining.
hostel is it's a very scary word.
Okay, I mean you can
But
kind
if
of
you just say
find good
hotel,
hostels.
like hotel's fine, right? I stay at a hotel. But if you say
The difference,
hostel,
like, yeah, it's the difference in a hostel and a hotel is like, obviously it's like hostel's like one room with like 20 beds or like less, obviously, but like they're just like, it's just beds. There's not really, you don't have a room to yourself. Yeah, I feel like it kind of gives like a university residence kind of feel, because like it's all 20-year-olds, like who don't want to spend much money on like
where they're
housing when they're
staying.
traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be that bad, and you can find like, I mean, there's obviously going to be like sketchy hostels, but like you can probably find like good hostels who are more like modern and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think it won't be bad.
I think it's just the movies that have done me in.
Yeah,
I just think of that word and I just think I don't want to go there.
It was a great or a show series, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
What was it, 3 of them?
I said a movie series. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I think I've heard the name, but I've never like
So good.
actually. I just knew them as
So
like
gory,
horror.
though.
Yeah.
If you don't like gore, don't watch it. It's really, really gory. It's
Yeah.
like Saw 1.
Yeah.
So bad.
Hmm.
It's good.
But that sounds cool. So you're planning to just do like a sightseeing adventure, like Are you hoping to be able to work remotely? Or are you hoping to be able to
Yeah,
like just
so I'll be working remotely like an internship throughout the time anyways. And it's part-time, so I'm working 2.5 days a week. So I'll just work during the day and then go out. Or like I could just go to like coffee shops and stuff, whatever, in the
yeah.
city that I'm at and just go out and stuff, have fun throughout the night. That's the thing, right? Because like I'm trying to go to 5 different countries, and if I stay like 2 weeks at each place, like it's gonna get really expensive. Like if I was to buy a hotel every night,
Oh yeah.
like 10 weeks of hotel is gonna cost a lot. So that's why it only makes sense to really go to a hostel.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's cool that you want. I would want to go with somebody. I would want
Yeah.
nothing to do with like going by myself and
By
putting me in that
yourself?
situation. As much as I like streaming and having all these different people come in and talk to me and everything else and meeting people like this, it's a totally
Yeah.
different world when I'm like in person. Like I am extroverted after I get past the initial introduction phase. Up until then,
Mm.
I could go 3 weeks living in that hostel sleeping right next to a person and never talk
You
to
won't
them.
talk to them.
If they don't
That's
talk to
wild.
me, if they don't talk to me, I can go I could sleep right there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't matter.
I don't know. I feel like I'm also a little like that. I mean, I'll talk to them. I'm definitely not like super extroverted, but like I feel like it's kind of like going outside my comfort
Hey, it
zone,
puts
right?
you there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll learn
I
a
think
lot.
it'll be a good thing to grow up from at a
Yeah.
young age. So good experiences.
Yeah. You're calling yourself young. So
I'm
I
pretty
hate
young.
to break it to you, man. You're already crossed over that 20 mark. Teenage years
I
are
just
behind
crossed it.
you.
I just crossed it a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So
Teenage years are behind you, man.
yeah.
It's all downhill from
And
here.
I still can't drink in the U.S., which is wild. Is smoking the same age in the U.S.
18. 18.
It got changed.
Wait, what?
everywhere or just some states?
It's in our state we're not allowed to.
I have to look it up. I feel like tobacco usage was
I know Miranda's sister cannot buy anything until she's 21 because
Wait, they
she
changed it? That's kind of weird.
That's
What if
gotta
like
be
you're already smoking at age?
that's gotta
You know
be
what I
a
mean? Like,
state that's gotta be a state law.
maybe it is.
Yeah. Although
I
I
know she
think
can't do it, and
drinking
it pissed her off.
I thought drinking was a state law as well.
I'm pretty sure it's 21 everywhere in the U.S. now.
Oh no, they just said 21 for smoking. Two people.
Federal law?
I don't know. Is that federal, guys?
I'll look it up later. I don't like to
That's
distract myself.
both tobacco and weed, right?
Weeds
It's 21.
Weed's not fully.
weed's not
Yeah,
fully
I
legal
mean,
across
in
the
the states
country.
that it is. In the states that it is.
I don't
Is that 21
know.
as well?
I don't
Yeah, it's 21.
Mm.
I have no idea.
It was 18, now 21 because of vaping.
Mm.
Vaping was the reason why it moved up. Like vaping was anywhere. Like I guess it is pretty bad.
It
But
is, yeah.
tobacco, you do you, bro. You do you. Whatever you
Hey,
enjoy,
but the thing
man.
is, how much nicotine is in that though?
I'm like 15%,
Okay, that's not that bad.
I think.
15 isn't bad. Like joules are like 50 milligrams, which is a lot.
Yeah, something like that.
That's like
Yeah,
two
but that's
packs
salt
in
nick.
one pod.
That's not like.
Yeah.
That's salt nick. Is different than just normal juice.
So
Yeah.
I had to like a couple weeks ago. I was running out to
Federally
get.
changed in 2019. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I
That was
was
a long time
I
ago.
was no longer 18, so it didn't matter. Nor do I smoke anything, so it didn't matter. But I went a couple weeks ago. Had some friends over for Halloween, and I went out to pick up pizza. And my buddy, as I was leaving, he's like, "Hey, can you?" I guess he forgot his pack of cigarettes, and he only smokes when he drinks. But he's like, "Can you pick me up a pack of cigarettes?" It's like, "Sure." There's a gas station right next to it, so I'll go in. Tell me exactly what you need me to say because I have no idea. And he said, and he puts in quotes. He like say, "Excuse me, may I have?" And and whatever it was, and
Like a Starbucks order.
I literally I looked at the price and I'm like, ain't no shot. I would like I looked at that and I'm like, that is a habit I am so glad I never formed. I
Yeah,
like never once
is
tried to
expensive.
smoke and I'm like, there ain't no way I wanted to do that. $10
Yeah,
or
people,
$11 for
there's
a
some people that
pack.
smoke a pack a day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the people who
Like,
say I
that's
pack
crazy.
a pack a day, half a pack a day, 2 packs a day. I'm like, you add up that math, $10 across the board. No thanks.
Every day, yeah.
Smoked far too much when I smoked cigarettes. And I would chew and smoke at the same time.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I'm telling you,
Did you do
tobacco.
the pack a day as well, or
I was about a pack a day, and I was 2 cans a day.
that's wild?
Look, as like, I mean, if you find your habits, right? But I'll just say right now, a pack of bubble gum is way cheaper, okay?
And it does not work.
And honestly, if you go to random places, right, you could probably get them for free. They're probably handing them out, right? You know, like you could probably get double bubble somewhere or something. I hear you, Black. I just never got the.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm saying I never got the. In fact, I get it because I've seen my buddies like who Copenhagen, all that stuff. Like I get it. You actually do get like a buzz from it the same way I would from drinking, right? Not the same exact
you can't
one.
hold it.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like not you are actually getting more than just like nasty tobacco in your mouth. And I've always,
I feel like it's just so regular that like I don't think you get a buzz.
Your body just becomes adjusted to it.
You don't feel anything.
Okay, then
it's just
nothing.
I think you're just addicted to just doing it.
That's all it is.
Let me just say, never, kids, never get addicted to it.
Yeah,
never.
Don't do it.
It's only gonna cost you money.
Chewing was the hardest thing I ever had to quit, and I'm telling you, I almost broke down the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And this is
a habit, right?
3 years later. 3 years later, and I even still get nicotine. And chewing is so hard. It was the hardest thing I ever had to quit. Oh my god, I still crave it every day. Like I can taste it. Oh my god, so good.
I'm telling you, there are a lot of cheaper, freer hobbies out there. You know?
Yes.
Like get addicted to something like that. Yeah. I don't know. So I had a wedding on Friday. My buddy got married last August, but they didn't have like the big reception because of COVID. They were having it now. And it ended up, they only vaccinated people. They only wanted vaccinated guests, so they didn't have to worry about all that kind of stuff, even though you do, but still, one way or another, that's how it went down. But all day yesterday, I had such high anxiety because of drinking. And I'm like, I don't have any urge to drink ever again. Like I at this point in my life, I feel like I want to drink one or two as like a beverage, not as a like I'm trying to drink and get drunk.
Caesar,
what? Did you get like shit face or something?
Oh yeah, I mean I started drinking at 2 p.m. and I didn't stop until 2 a.m. So yeah.
Caesar, that's the moment where you're like, damn, I've now hit the age of giving up. I'm only enjoying this with my dinner now.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I never wanted that before, but now I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just have one beer or one drink. I mean, yesterday I showed up, they were already drinking when I showed up at the groomsmen. We were just kind of hanging out because I was in the wedding. I showed up and I'm like, I took my bottle of like, it's like a Jack Daniel's whiskey, but it's like a cider whiskey. So it's like really, you can drink it straight pretty easily. And I like drank most of that. And then I just go to the wedding and I start drinking Jack and Cokes. And I just continued throughout the night drinking them. And I mean, I felt good. I didn't get sick or anything. I didn't have a headache the next day. I didn't have, I didn't need to throw up or anything. But I just had knots in my stomach of anxiety. Like it wasn't even like my stomach needed to throw up or go to the bathroom. It's just like, it was anxiety. It didn't help that I was trying to figure out what parts to buy in my PC and I couldn't make that decision. So it was just like, I was also adding that buyer's remorse kind of like in, and I'm like, I don't want to drink. I have no urge. I don't know when the next time is. I will. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big drinker myself. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like drinking because it just tastes ass. Why? Like
it changes.
I mean,
it changes.
Yeah,
just like food, it changes. Like I first time I drank like beer, I hated it. I was like, there's no reason for this.
No, I like beer, but like I don't mean like I don't see the benefit. Like I don't get drunk off beer. Like why am I, drinking something for what? Like what's the reason, right? Like I only drink if I want to get drunk. Like drink, right? But
yeah, that's how I was. I will say that's how I was in my younger days.
It's just
Same.
yeah.
And now I'm like the opposite. I'm like, I only
Yeah, I
want
can't even drink.
to. I'm like, I only want to drink to like, I don't know.
To fit in. Or
Yeah,
like
it's like no, just to have one because it's like
everyone else is having one.
yeah, I'll have one, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But not for like well, it's actually so the right portion is actually I mean, there's studies, right? You have to trust what you trust or look up what you want, right? But some of those things would say like a glass of wine a day, right? Or those different things, those different studies you just look into them, you can figure out and you know, moderation can actually be a health benefit, right? In some cases. But it's just like I don't know. I'm just not. I'm sure I will drink again. Don't get me wrong. I will have those friends who I want to turn up with, but it hopefully won't be. Hopefully it will be a while.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at, Black?
No.
Oh, you wanted me to say turn down, or what?
Turn down for what?
No way, you just made a dad joke right now.
Come on, bro. Oh my god. Chat, give it up. Oh my god, that was crazy.
Anywho. But I mean that sounds pretty cool. I mean, if you're traveling though, are you going to be drinking when you travel? Do you have to look at?
I don't even know what the laws are. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure in Europe I can drink at like 18.
You can already drink already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
Riley
Canada, I
can drink.
yeah.
He's 18.
Yeah, in Europe, I'm pretty sure you can drink at 18. In Canada, it's 19, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't know about Japan or Iceland, but I'm pretty sure US is probably the more stricter on the ages there. So I think I'll be fine. And especially by the time I travel, I'm going to be 21 anyway. So I think it should be good for everywhere.
Let's touch on what you do for a living, right? Because I know, or at least what you're going to school for, or what you plan to do for a living. Because I know it's similar to like what I do.
Yeah. So I'm studying comp sci. I'm in third year of university. And
Refresh our memory. How many years of university are there?
4 years for my degree, but I've taken like extra courses because it was online for a year and a half. So I'm planning to graduate at the end of this year, so I can travel next year, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I work. That's very good. The work is pretty good.
Yeah. So
it's like part of my program. Yeah.
And that's part of your program that they line up that job, or?
Yeah. So I applied to the program out of high school, like with the job, like it's connected, and the job is basically like almost guaranteed for my entire university. Like the entire time I'm at university, I'm also at the job, and yeah, they pay me and they pay for my tuition and stuff. So.
Oh wow! Now is that
that's awesome?
Yeah, is that a Canadian? So Black, he works at Shopify. I don't know if you've ever heard of. I've heard of them. Yeah. Is that a Canadian-based company?
Yeah. It's it started in Ottawa, like in the capital of Canada, Ottawa. Yeah, but I mean, it's a pretty big company.
That's a great question I have now. Is Ottawa the capital of that gigantic piece of land?
Yeah. It's because like the
I guess it's like Washington D.C.
Yeah, it's like yeah exactly. Because the government building is there. So
are there other capitals as well, like for different provinces? Because there are provinces in Canada, right?
Province. Yeah. Each province has. I mean, I don't even know if they have their own capital, but
I think I was saying the capital of Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island, right? That's the capital of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
My bad.
But I think they do. I'm not sure, honestly. My geography's ass. But
if you have to if you have to code a map for Shopify, you'll do it, right?
No, I'll just look up a map. But yeah, I mean, the program, they actually do it with 2 Canadian universities and 1 American university. So they do it with both countries. So
nice.
Yeah.
And now, so the internship you mentioned that you're going to be when you graduate, is that part of the program as well?
Yeah.
Or is that a different company,
the one that I'm
or
going to do when I travel?
Yeah.
So I've been working at Shopify for two and a bit years now. So I'm going to be working there once I graduate school as well for my last 8 months of internship, which is when I'm going to be traveling.
And then after the internship, they could hire you full
Yeah,
time, or
yeah. So that like you can obviously get an offer full time. It's probably way easier to get an offer full time from the program than it is from outside because of all the experience you have.
sure.
So that's the hope, to go full time after I graduate.
Now, what is
Because
your plan after traveling? Like, do you have plans to like live in Toronto or live somewhere else, or find out after you're traveling you really liked it somewhere else?
Yeah, so actually, I also want to like try living in San Francisco.
Okay.
So after like the
Silicon Valley?
traveling, I want
You gonna be down
I
there?
want to move to San Francisco. Basically do like a trial, like living there for a couple months. So my last couple months of my internship, I want to live there to see like if I can live there by myself, and then if I can, just move out there. If not, come back to Toronto. Yeah, San Francisco is definitely the spot for tech.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, if you can get a decent payday to go there, then it's okay. Obviously, if not,
I mean, Shopify's remote, so
oh yeah, but if you wanted to live in San Francisco, the pay, like you're gonna want
it would
you're gonna want
change. Yeah,
income. Well, you're gonna want
yeah.
income because it's it's
It's
expensive.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, California. So Chaos has a great question. Is it the door on the left or the door on the right that goes to YouTube, and then the other one goes to Twitch?
It's bedroom, bro.
It's actually the basement.
Oh my god.
That one is the washroom, and that one's the laundry room.
There you go. Chaos's question was, what do those two doors lead to?
Oh my god, bro.
They just need to the same room. Imagine.
That was
No.
great.
Great Tim reference,
I
bro.
I added the
Twitch
YouTube
thing?
and the Twitch
The
stuff
YouTube,
in.
yeah.
That was so good.
You saw the recent Courage
Did
one,
Tim do
right?
that? Yeah, I saw the Courage one.
Well, no,
I didn't see
Tim-
Yeah,
the
the
one.
meme.
So Tim's initial announcement
Was the
was
same
that
thing?
like one was a
Mm.
door that was going through like his past and stuff like that, and the other one was he opens it up and it was it was really funny because it was Courage, just his head sitting there telling Tim to come to YouTube.
Yeah.
But then so Courage just did his thing where he's like,
Oh, he signed to YouTube. Yeah.
yeah.
So
But I think Nick also did like a parody of it as well when it first came out.
I don't remember.
He did like a parody of some sense. I can't remember what it was. They were all having fun with it because like it's such a humorous thing that like you can open a door and there's somebody else behind. Like you could do so many different things with that, right?
Make it
That's
fucking
fun.
Jurassic Park, bro.
Yeah. It's just like it's
We need some
classic.
Jack Black.
I don't know if they knew how like
Mm.
comedic that was going to be. I'm sure they did, right, when they threw
Oh
it.
yeah.
But, like,
there's
how-
no way to gauge that.
But the fact that they did the two doors, right? You opened up so many opportunities for people to like meme the shit out of you, which is fine because I think Tim, that's his audience.
They
but-
definitely
There's the
like,
meme, bro.
They definitely know it. Like before, there's no way. I feel like everything they do is like it has like a plan to it.
yeah.
They have to like pre-plan a lot of the stuff they do.
I mean,
I
it's
bet you they
great.
make the first meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great way to announce it. Nick's was a lot more theatrical and cinematic. Yeah, perfect word. It really was, right? His
Ninjas was pretty cinematic too. I think.
Ninjas for what? When he went
Or going to Mixer.
I
when
don't
it was
remember
awesome.
that.
That was the best game announcement.
Yeah.
Like anything
I'll
to
have to
do
look
with
it up.
esports, best ever.
I'll have to look
No,
it
it's
It
up.
was
pretty big.
so amazing.
I'll have to
Yeah.
look it up.
It
I mean,
was so
I think
amazing.
his-
No
I-
one really knew about Mixer at that point either.
Yeah.
So it
No.
was like
So it was left
it's
field,
pretty
bro.
big. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
What?
I think I'll have to look it up. I think I was really into watching Ninja on Twitch, and I had no desire to look into Mixer when he left. Like,
That's why he came back basically.
yeah, I mean,
Like one thing was his views, but he talked about it in one of the podcasts he did with I think 100 Thieves. He basically said like he left because the people at Microsoft, like there were just so many levels to go through to make changes to the platform. So like he would talk to someone and then they'll be like, yeah, like we can look into making that change next year. Like to like fix something up with the platform that he saw was an issue.
but
so he was like-
he left because they shut down, right?
Yeah, but he made
yeah,
that statement. I remember the
Yeah.
podcast. He said Mixer was a great platform, but not how they would go about fixing things or even taking my advice
yeah.
for a feature or something like
It's just
that.
because Microsoft is so big, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they paid him. They just
Mixer's like a
used him.
small thing.
They
Yeah,
just needed a face, right? And
yeah.
I think their
There was like
hope was,
advertisement for them. Yeah,
and I think their hope was that
We
they
have
could.
Ninja. Everyone come over.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and then the sad thing was like,
No one
not
come.
yeah,
yeah.
because it's a whole new thing, right? You gotta. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I probably would have had I been like somebody who watched him for like his content. I watched him to learn the game that he was playing is basically,
Exactly.
and once I learned how to do it myself, I pretty much stopped watching him. I also stopped watching him because they stopped playing together. It was like the whole group of 4 people who would play daily Fortnite. When that disbanded, it was kind of like, okay, well, this isn't enjoyable anymore. But I think that started
Yeah.
when he went to Mixer. But yeah, I'll have to check out his. I don't. Tim's was just so like you could make that Black easily. You could make that video. It wasn't that crazy of a make.
On Ninjas was like 4. I don't even know. It was like a fucking movie.
Yeah.
It was
I mean, it was.
ridiculous.
How much did he get paid for that? He got paid a lot.
33 million, I think.
I think it was a 10 million, or sorry, a 10-year contract for like that 30 million or something like that. And he instead made it in what, 2 years because they shut it
Yeah.
down.
And they paid him out the entire thing.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
to.
Which is crazy.
Him and Shroud. Shroud got paid
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
And they came right back to Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
I
see.
thought Shroud went over to YouTube.
I don't know if
I don't know.
Shroud did.
I never
I'm
watched
not
that, but
confident on that.
I know Ninja came back to Twitch.
Does anyone know where Shroud is?
I mean, do you think, obviously, with $30 million in 2 years, you can say great, but like, do you think
He's a NBA player.
do you think he loves the fact that like his views are not even fucking what, a tenth of what they were? Like he was pushing 100,000 views
but
every
I don't
time he
think
went live.
Even if he stayed on Twitch, he would not be averaging that views at this point. Because just the game fell off,
Look at Cypher,
Like,
dude.
Yeah, Cypher is what averaging
Like, maybe-
5,000
Maybe.
at best. Yeah. So just the game isn't.
What was Cypher?
like,
What was
popular like
Cypher
that anymore.
averaging before?
Like 10K?
Was he?
Easy?
Was he? I didn't know.
Easy.
But I also think, I mean, okay, so the thing is, like, they always streamed at the same time, right? Like when they used to play together, like it was never a time where like Cypher was streaming by himself and Ninja wasn't on. So like you just prefer to watch Ninja if the entire group is playing, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
what I would do, when him, Dr. Lupo, Tim, and Courage were playing together, right?
Yeah.
I would primarily watch Ninja.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I would pull up Dr. Lupo because I found Lupo pretty funny. And then if I wanted to watch somebody die a lot, I'd watch Tim. Just for some laughs. But I mean, it was Ninja's. His whole thing is built up. Like his whole stream setup, like everything's very visually appealing. He has a very good design team, right? Like his intro, his transitions, everything's very appealing. It's cool, but I don't know. I mean, I hear what you're saying. You think it's the game that fell off, but I don't
And
know.
just Ninja didn't. I mean, he didn't stick with the game, right? I'm pretty sure he switched to Valorant when he went to Mixer. So his skill, it just isn't up to par with like the skill of the game anymore, right? Like if you try to watch him play the game now, like he struggles to win a pub game, right? Like people used to watch him because he would win, like
they'd
like
win a
3 out
lot.
of 4 games, So
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but like, so Cypher, you guys talk about Cypher. I will say
Yeah.
right now, I think his views aren't maybe what they were because he is now playing a more pro style attempt, right? He is trying to be really good at the game.
Mhm.
And there's not very often he's playing the game for like the enjoyment. Right?
Yeah.
He's playing it to be good and he's mad at himself when he's not doing well.
Yeah.
And
What's
like
funny is Cypher is wearing a Ninja t-shirt right now.
right now.
right now.
Yeah.
They're streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what his views are? 5,000.
5.4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, what was his content before? I don't really remember like the type of videos he made. Cypher, because I feel like the type of
Warcraft.
like when he was making Fortnite videos, like what kind of videos were they? Like,
Oh, right
was he
now
just
he
owning
makes.
the lobby? Like, what kind of videos were they? Right?
Well, his YouTube videos now, right? Because
Still get a lot.
I watch Cypher a lot for
Yeah.
the patch notes, right? Like
Mm.
he
Like
does.
updates and stuff.
There's two people that I consistently watch when I want to know what's going on in Fortnite. I watch Nerpa. He's really
Mhm.
fucking bad at the game. Like, really bad at the game. I don't understand how he gets the views he does. I guess it's because he does give away stuff constantly. He's fun to watch. Like, and he's like a spokesperson. Like he'll tell you what's going on. But I watch Cypher as well, and most of the time Cypher's putting up a video where he got a win in it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he gets a win. So he's definitely still doing pretty well. But I don't know. Like I said before, there's a difference. You can either be really, really good at the game and be pro, but then you're gonna get the people who want to see that content, but they don't really care what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I liked watching those guys back in the day because not only did I learn, but they also were having like that friendly banter that was always funny to listen to. You know?
Yeah, I think Cypher is in like a middle ground, right? He's not really good, where people just want to watch him for his skill, and he's also like not that entertaining anymore. I don't think.
I don't.
So
I can only watch
I
Cypher
mean, I don't watch his
live.
streams anymore.
I can only
yeah.
watch him live like
Yeah.
when I need something to fill the void kind of thing. Otherwise, I'll watch his YouTube. His YouTube's fine, but like I don't like watching him live because he's very focused in the game at that point.
Yeah.
The person I loved watching was Dakota's. I don't know why he just got burnt out. Like it was so fun to hear him at the very beginning. Like he was like, people ask me how why I'm grinding this or whatever, and he's like, it's not a grind if you're enjoying it, right?
He was pretty good too, right?
I mean, he
remember he
pub
was pretty
stomp
good.
like crazy.
Yeah.
He would hit snipes like crazy. He was really good. I mean, he still gets on every once in a while now, recently.
Mm.
I think he's getting ready for like the new chapter and just like,
I feel like if you just take more than like a 2-month break, like the skill gap is just too much.
Yeah.
It's just constantly going up, It's just hard.
Black, are you going to make a return for a little bit with chapter 3 if they change some of the mechanics?
You gotta give it a try.
It sounds like they're changing
I've
some
been
serious
playing.
mechanic changes, right? They're going to change,
Sliding and stuff.
potentially be sliding, and
Yeah.
I don't. Sliding in the third person would be like weird PUBG.
it is going to be a little weird.
I don't know, man. I've been thinking about playing it, and I said it on stream today. I was like, I think I need to stop streaming what other people want me to stream, and I just want to stream.
Oh, so are you saying that because you want to stream Fortnite, or are you saying it because
I think I've been wanting to play Fortnite just because I might miss it a little.
Sure.
I don't know. I've been finding myself watching people play Fortnite more.
Yeah. So it's interesting you say that, right? And Bo actually streams too. But he only streams like what, Bo, once, maybe every 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Just whenever you
I
feel like it.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You make that comment. And so Dustin, I don't know if he's here or not. He told me the one day, because I've been ending my night a lot of the time with a couple games of Warzone. That pisses me the hell off. I'm usually complaining about it. I hate it. My friends want to play, and I enjoy playing with them. When they're not getting me killed or letting me die, then I get pissed at them too. But he made a comment. He said, "Hey, I noticed your views drop when you start playing Warzone or something like that." And I just straight up told Dustin, I was like, "That's okay. Like, I'm doing this for my own like enjoyment. I love if people want to stick around and watch the same thing. Maybe if I get better at the game, they would or whatnot. But if I force myself to play what other people want to play, I'm no longer doing it for my own enjoyment, and I'm strictly doing it to entertain people. But you're doing it for a living, so it's a little bit different for you.
But like that's what I said. Even today I was like, I have to worry about so much. This stopped being fun for me a little while ago don't get me wrong. I have good days where I have really good streams, or I'm just having a really good time. I'm not saying I don't, but it's just some days I just need that. I want to play my game.
Yeah. There was one day Vanguard came out. I actually played Vanguard. It was the first day it came out. I played it off stream with just my couple friends that I normally play Warzone with, and I just played it off stream because I can't remember what we had
think
going.
it would like fit in with your streamers in there?
No, we had something going on that I knew. I think we just had the kid, basically, right? Something like that. And it was like I didn't want to have to end, if I have to end the game, it's a different story than ending the stream. I hate starting up the stream and then barely streaming, right?
Mm.
I like to give it at least a good hour and a half to 2 hours minimum.
Yeah.
So I hate doing that. And so I was like, I'm just going to play it off stream. And yesterday I played a couple games after I ended stream, just because like I said, I had anxiety all day and I didn't feel like I was giving people any type of enjoy. Personally, I felt like I was giving them shit. So I'm like, I'm not going to torture myself and them. But I like playing with people in chat watching, but I don't think I'm going to let people dictate what I play. People ask, can we play creative? Can we do this? Can we do that? And I'm like, if that's what I'm in the mood for doing, I'll do it. Or if I don't have a mood, right, then I'll do it. But if I have something I'm set with, I do that. Yeah. Which, you have to define yourself. Look at those guys. Those guys that were playing Fortnite and thousands of people were watching them. They weren't playing with people. They were playing with the same 4 people every day.
Yeah, and it's good to I don't know. I feel like it's good to set a precedence of what you want your content to be, because I know people who host customs, right, for Fortnite, for example, and they get 100 viewers hosting customs, but people aren't there to watch them.
No,
they're there
playing
to participate in the customs, right? And this one guy switched his content suddenly from customs to normal streams. It was him playing, and he did from 100 viewers to 12.
Yeah.
And then just that huge drop just killed his motivation, and he stopped streaming. So it's good to grow on a strong foundation of what you want to do.
Yeah, I've been grinding. I say it all the time. I've been grinding to get a code, right? And Black even said, "Hey, you can use my code to run customs," kind of thing. I would like to get to a point that I could run customs, and I would just. It might not be the same day every week, right? I might not be oh, it's Friday customs. It might be I will tell you at the beginning of the week what my schedule's looking like, and that's what day we'll open up customs for,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we'll do. And if that's the only day those views are there, then that's fine. But I don't want to get into a situation where I can't play regular pubs or I can't play some other game because everybody wants to play customs all the time,
Yeah.
But I want it because I know right now I have a lot of people who I like playing with, but I can't play with everybody at the same time. And when my high school friends are online to play, I play with them because it's just that's the way it is, and I hate getting shit from them for not playing with them.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
Dude, I get shit in my own household for staying up too late. And it's I'm up too late because these guys are never on and I'm stuck, and my own personal FOMO kicks in. It's I don't want to leave this situation, So what happens? But yeah. So you mentioned content. So you stream just for the sake of what? Just for your own enjoyment to talk to some people every once in a while, Bo?
Yeah. Nothing I usually, because my PC isn't it's pretty good, but I get frame drops in Fortnite.
And you like to play competitively, so you don't like that to happen?
I like to play competitive, so I hate it when I get frame drops.
Sure.
So I usually just stream when I don't care about my performance. So just stream to vibe out. Or I usually stream when I play solos, because I hate playing solos.
And it's just boring.
It's boring and it gets so frustrating so quick. So if I'm ever playing solos, I try to just stream it. So
solo duo, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, I guess frustrating by myself.
yeah. There was a time that I liked playing solos, like just doing my own thing. Now I do get that sense because like I play. I'll play more aggressive with someone, but I play pretty
Yeah.
passive if I'm by myself. And
Yeah.
then it gets even more boring, right?
Mm.
And when I don't, the boring goes away, but then like you said, the frustration comes
I
in,
guess
right?
frustrated. Yeah.
Because now it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I lost
I
that
play
fight.
pretty aggressive on all of them,
Yeah.
and it just. But I lose more solo fights than I do in like team modes.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
Derek
go.
wants you to know that Chase said his wife gets mad at him for staying up late and says it's because we got on late.
Oh, Derek is in there?
Yeah, he's been in here.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
He was
made
in
some great comments.
he was in here earlier with Province and not Providence. LOL. He said what is it?
It was just basically recapping that you said they're the reason you're staying up late.
Correct.
And he's saying it's because you get on late, not because you get off late.
Yeah.
He's trying to say that, but that's not true. I'm usually on before him. I then stay until they get up and then play a little bit more, right?
This sounds like a you problem.
No, the me playing a little bit more after is because I go to bed angry if I leave the game that they have me playing in the way they have me playing it, which is me getting killed, right, Derek? And he's like, he blames me for everything. And it's just like, look, if I come over to Fortnite and keep you alive, you need to go over to Warzone and keep me alive. That's how it works.
Is Derek Sergeant Series?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Derek's a you problem, 100%.
It is a me problem. I don't have the self-discipline to just say I'm out. It is. And so one of the main reasons I choose to play with my high school friends a lot of the time is because I constantly text them afterwards, right? Apologizing for my
Being bad
verbal
at the game.
verbal
Verbal
abuse, right? Like I will text them my verbal abuse. Where if I'm playing with like people I don't know that well, it's like I Dustin, the moment
Those
Dustin
normally end with,
listen,
but don't do it again.
the moment Dustin sent me his phone number, he messed up. Dustin sent me his phone number. Before Dustin sent me that phone number, I was the nicest ever to Dustin. Dustin, it's okay. No big deal. We don't have to win this one, Dustin. It's fine. Now, I berate Dustin. I can text him later and apologize. Once you exchange phone numbers, I have that. It's an unwritten agreement that occurs. My uncontrollable rage comes out. I gotta work on that though. I gotta work on that.
Or getting mad?
Yeah, because like what'll end up happening is
yeah.
as I start coaching my kids to hopefully play sports or play things like that, like
I
don't want that to happen. Like I want to be controlled in my discussions and things like that.
Gotta be patient.
Correct.
I
But
try to teach my wife patience every day. It's a failed attempt every time.
oh hey Black, I haven't seen you. I don't think you saw this yet. I got an upgrade to match you. Whenever you want to have a war. Whenever you ever want to have a war. Your scar back there.
Oh my god.
Mine has multiple. Oh, you got the shotgun too. Mine has multiple styles though. You can change it
That's
up.
a silenced SMG.
You can change it up. Shorten it.
What is that?
Tactical.
That's the tack.
Tactical.
Oh my god.
Dude, I ain't played Fortnite in God knows how long for the longest time.
Well, the last time that was in the game, probably when Black played.
I had to, man. I had to go for it.
You gotta set it up on the wall beside the guitars.
I was just about to say, hanging on the
Look,
wall.
eventually, but for now, it's it's under my desk just in case an intruder comes in. It would hit him.
There's a 0% chance Chase won't be yelling at the kids playing sport.
That was Derek.
Yeah. That's so true, bro. He's gonna be
I
on
feel like
the
you get more
sidelines.
mad when you play
He's gonna
Warzone,
be
though.
fucking flagged out.
Oh, I'm definitely
Get
getting
outta
I'm definitely
here.
getting more mad at Warzone, but that's
Yeah.
because my
Like whenever I
skill
tune
at
in when you play
Warzone is
Warzone, you're just mad.
yeah, that's because my skill isn't there, and
Yeah.
Warzone requires
Coordination.
strategic placement, right? Positioning constantly. Unlike Fortnite, it's like just build a box and you're there, right? You have to be strategically in place, and unfortunately, when you're playing with people like a squad, they are consistently worrying about their positioning, regardless of where you got knocked. So it's like you kind of get screwed because people just come over and thirst you because
You're
those people.
playing with the wrong people.
My team's decent. They're good. They're just good at playing by themselves. They're not good at like helping you get carried. I need carried.
I have the same thing in Fortnite, no?
I need carried. Oh, I
Like the
need
same
carried in
thing you
Fortnite.
complain about in
Wow.
Fortnite.
I need carried in
No,
Fortnite.
like,
Wow.
like that's what frustrates you in Fortnite too.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
yeah. It is. It is.
100%.
Like when you get knocked and like teammates aren't with you.
Correct.
The amount of times you yell at me for that, it's ingrained in my head.
It's not the fact that you were up his ass all the way up until he died.
Well,
And now you're engaged in the same fight as he was.
Well, no.
But you're not helping.
I will say
okay?
in
You're not helping, man.
in Fortnite, it happens in Warzone too, but in Fortnite, there's a lot more specific into what I get angry with my teammates at in Fortnite.
Yeah.
I'm probably doing it too, but I don't have the perspective of myself. The amount of times that people don't say anything when they get in the middle of a fight, that they have somebody on them too. Like it's almost like their microphone is muted. Like just a blurb out that you have people on you too helps. When I play
competitive too, that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is it possible that you have no reaction, that you're getting fucked right now? You know?
Yeah. No, everybody knows when I'm getting hit, right? When there's people on me, I'm usually yelling that there's people on me.
Yeah.
I just need like somebody to say, hey, I hear you. I hear you. Somebody's on you.
Like in a normal fight in real life, there's something going on. You don't just go full quiet, I don't know.
Yeah. I agree. I get it. People get concentrated, but it's tough. Look, everybody can hopefully relate. And if you can't, anybody watching this now or in the future, you can't relate, you should soon. You need to identify. No, you need to identify your own flaws, right? The quicker you can be self-aware, the quicker you can adapt, figure out what works and what doesn't work, and try like that. So like right now, in all my life, I am very aware, but in the moment, I can't control it yet. And that's the piece I want to master, and I haven't. I'm hoping before my kids turn like 5 that I do, but we'll see.
Just know that it's always your fault. Because if you were good enough, you could have won before.
Yes, it is always my fault. I'm willing to admit it. That it's always my fault that my teammates didn't help me.
That's what I'm saying. If you're good enough,
I chose the wrong teammates, is what Black said. That's what I heard. It's my fault because I chose the wrong teammates. Right, Black?
You want to have a zombie army behind you to res you.
I do.
He wants a self-revive kit, but like 4 of them.
Well, no, so I've noticed it with I'm Hoy and I have talked about that in Hoy's in chat. I am not a person to carry somebody else most of the time, right? Like there's maybe
you're the
beginners.
Nick Merckx of Fortnite, bro.
Maybe the beginner. What?
Nick Merckx is good. I mean,
no, that's what I'm saying. But he says the same thing. He says, I don't want to be the guy carrying people. I need somebody to be the carry.
Correct. And if I'm the carry, I actually play a lot better because my teammates are doing more than me. But the moment I have to do like more, like the more majority, my skill goes down because I don't have that ability. I mean, I just don't think I do.
You can't focus fully on yourself. You have to be aware of them as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
So like Chaos is in chat, even though we don't play anymore. Chaos has to be one of the best teammates I've ever had. He never ran comms. I'm not saying skill wise, like he's not in the top of people I've played with teammate wise, but as far as like he never ran comms. he was always right next to me. It was insane. It was like if I was in a fight, he was right there. It was like ridiculous.
Like you would get knocked, 10,
He's
9,
like right there.
8.
He would be like, yeah, he would be like box and you're here. And it was like it was it was crazy just because he was never running comps, but he was just really good at being where his teammates that needed him were or whatnot.
Charles.
Which is crazy, but I don't know. You think you'd deserve a hat for that, but nah, he hasn't earned his hat yet.
That's
Who has it,
cold. Don't
Chaos?
take that shit,
Chaos.
bro.
What'd you say, Black?
I said that's cold. Don't let him take that shit.
I mean, listen, only one person got that hat without having to earn it. But in my definition, they earned it by doing the logo, and that's Black. He's the only person who got the hat without earning it.
The logo is actually really good.
I can't wait for the new one.
I like it.
Template it.
Did you make the sign behind you too?
No, his
This
wife
behind
did
me?
that.
Like the design of it, I mean.
No,
No.
so that's just we sent it to the guy, and he said this is the font I can do, and that's what we did. I'm actually the only thing I'm bummed at is I didn't come up with the idea for that logo before that got made because we could have put the new logo in the middle, but excuse me, it's okay. I'm actually good segue to that, Black. I'm actually gonna end up running the whole month of December. I am actually running a poll of some sort. I'm going to put 3 options up, and chat is actually going to vote on which hat next year's hat is. Color and logo. Like I'm going to put 3 different concepts
You gotta
together.
do a bucket hat.
At some point, a bucket hat.
Yeah.
Probably not next year.
You should just like put your logo on like different types of hats. Like
Yeah.
a toque, bucket hat.
A beanie.
Is-
People want a
is
beanie for
yours-
the wintertime.
Is yours like a dad hat or is it? Why don't you have a dad hat? What?
What do you mean a dad hat?
Like a dad
trucker
cap.
hat.
What's a
Yeah,
dad hat?
like you know, like a normal caps have like
It's
a
a
little.
trucker hat.
It's just like flat.
Yeah.
Like the top of it, like it's like malleable. It's not like normal cap is like a little harder. You know, like the top. But a dad hat is just like very flat. You know, just
You'll have
slap
to
it on.
send. You'll have to. You mean like the golfing hats?
No. Here, I'll send
Have
it to
like
you.
the
Right
button on top that they
I
wore in
think
the
you're just
50s.
talking about a really worn-in hat.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It literally looks like a worn.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
It's not even big enough to come fully down.
So I've been wearing trucker hats for like the mesh, the mesh on the side for a
Yeah,
very
boy.
long time now. And like, it's just the hat that I've kind of adapted to because I've been growing my hair in and out and out and in, like that I need to be able to adjust the snaps.
You don't ever put your ponytail out it?
What ponytail? Ponytail's gone, bro.
Oh, fuck. It is.
Here,
That
I
was
sent it.
classic.
kind of like that.
Yeah, yours just worn down. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna go with the same style hat, but different colors, different
trucker
logo
hat?
on it. Different style, different logo, or different color, different logo. We'll see. But I'm gonna do votes. I think I'll do channel point. Like each person can vote one time per stream, all of December, and whatever has the most votes at the end of December will be the next year's hat. Have some fun with it. Good idea, right, Black?
I like it.
Are you streaming over the holidays?
I typically I will probably. I mean, I
Mm.
did like I didn't do a Christmas stream last year. I did a New Year's stream, but I'm probably not traveling home, so I'll be around.
Nice.
Yeah. That's fun stuff.
Damn.
So we touched on gaming, we touched on traveling and work. Oh,
What else is there to life?
how's the relationship going? Is the relationship still going?
yeah. It's
How's
still
that gonna
going.
work when you go travel?
Oh.
It's just long distance, right? That's how it's gonna go.
Okay, so just a couple months.
I mean,
of
it's
long
gonna
distance.
have to go, right? Because
This is gonna be Euro trip all over again.
What happened? Euro trip. What is that?
You know what I'm
Story
talking
time?
about,
You're
Caesar?
talking about the movie Eurotrip, right?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's so good.
Another guest? Oh, he's back. He's not in bed yet? This boy.
An hour and a half ago. But yeah, it's gonna have to go.
Yeah, long distance. Those aren't
Yeah.
easy.
I mean, it'll be okay. I did a year long distance throughout the pandemic. So, I mean, and then we ended up breaking up, but I don't think this will be a year long. So I don't
Yeah.
think it'll be bad.
What?
We get the setup
Yeah, I
get
see
to set
myself.
a couple times in the top and in the middle.
Wait, how many monitors does he have?
Five.
Holy shit.
Five.
And one's a TV, I'm pretty sure.
Two of them are TVs, I believe. His TV to the right, which is completely unnecessary. I give him crap for it all the time.
Does he even look at it?
Yeah, I think he has chat in it and whatnot. Yeah.
Mm.
That one's going vertical. It's like a long vertical TV.
How much shit, like, how do you have so much stuff on your screen?
I mean, I have four. I use all four.
You have 4 as well?
Yeah, I have three in the
That's
bottom and
wild.
one up top.
Does that take a lot of processing power?
You didn't know that? I don't think
No.
to have your
Like
your
just stuff running on all screens.
Yeah, but I mean, if I have things going like Chrome and stuff like that, then obviously. But
Interesting.
I mean, he's
I only
running
have
the
2.
Yeah, he's running the two PC setup,
Mm.
which I think we started to talk about. I don't think I'm doing it. I think
No?
I think
You're gonna upgrade the CPU?
I think I'm going to just go with the i7 and just
And then
that's
why
it.
why the i7 then if you're not gonna get a second PC?
Because
Like, why
it's
not the i9
$300 cheaper.
There's nothing wrong with an i7 series.
The 12.
No, we were talking
we were
about
talking the other
if he
day.
should upgrade his PC or he should just wait and get a second PC.
So Black, right now, I've been looking with
I
all
have
the
so many.
with all the stuff out there, right? I've been looking, and I think I can get a 12th gen i7 for a decent price, where it's about $250 cheaper than the i9.
Is it gonna fit in your board?
I have to get a board. It's a new board for the
okay.
12th gens. So I already picked out a board. I picked out a cooler. I picked out the CPU. I think I've been tossing. That's been some of the anxiety. Do I go with the i7 or the i9? Like, do I spend a couple extra $100 in order to
I love my i9.
get the peace of mind? But the i7 has rated up. Like when I looked at the comparison, it didn't feel like I needed the i9. Like it felt like the i7.
Performance.
But yeah, the performance didn't seem like it was that much better. I mean, maybe if I wanted to run 3 games at the same time, right? But like, I'm not doing that. I probably am okay. But I was actually doing a comparison with the AMDs, right? Because I know people have been like, "Oh, Threadripper" and all this stuff, right? But when I looked at
For
them,
gaming, are they crazy?
no, when I was looking at them, the i7 was testing outside of it. You know, it was definitely it was winning in that category. So I'm basically ready to make that decision. Now the other decision is I can't decide if I want to update my RAM at the same time or just try out this RAM and then upgrade it. Like see it be a bottleneck before I spend a couple extra $100. You know,
It'll definitely be the bottleneck.
What's your RAM?
it's 3,000. So
I mean, what, you're gonna get a 3200?
I was probably gonna get a 36, and they're 2x8. I'd probably get 2x16. The Corsair wasn't that expensive, huh? What's that?
Pretty big upgrades.
Yeah, they would be pretty big upgrades, but that was like $130, right, for the RAM.
Are you gonna sell the old pieces then?
I was hoping to.
Because what if you just start building your second PC with the old pieces?
Well, I was just getting ready to say.
You know,
He's only a graphics card away and a power supply.
Power supply, graphics card, and storage.
Because you don't need a really good graphics card if you're going to use that as a streaming PC. Because this is going to be like super stacked with all the new pieces.
I was planning to try to sell my i7 9700K if I could make $100, $200 off of it. it cuts down the cost of what I'm buying, right?
Yeah.
Man, you are a penny pinching fool.
Because like honestly, you're probably like 350, 400 away from a full PC at this point.
I mean,
Like a full
graphics
second
card,
PC.
right?
No, like use this graphics card and you get a $300 graphics card
300.
for the
What's
streaming
300?
PC.
What 300? Oh, use this get a cheaper graphics card for
Get
the
a
other
cheaper
one.
graphics card for the other one, yeah. Because you just need that as a streaming PC. You're not like
Yeah,
that
but haven't
literally
you
just has to
seen
stream.
my beautiful transitions and overlays that
You can do that on a because you're not running the game on the other PC, but
I just assume the graphics card is needed for some of that? No? Black?
no, it is,
But you could
it's
have like a
running a
97X
video,
in
yeah.
there,
It's
and it's like a gig.
yeah. Because
But
you're
you
just
have a
getting the
nice
display capture
you have a
and
nice
stuff.
CPU, so
Yeah.
that'll pretty much do it if it needed to.
Yeah, I would have to buy a
The
case. I would have to buy
9700K
a
has
case,
onboard encoding.
which I
And
might
the
have
power
to
spot
buy.
you can get like $50.
Which I might have to buy a case anyway for all these pieces.
Yeah. So if you're getting all these pieces, then it might just be, just
And then welcome to audio hell, because it is not as fun as it sounds.
That's why I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Is the audio bad? I think it's a setup that's bad, right? Like it's hard to set it up, but I feel like if you set it up,
No, it fucking sucks no matter what.
Mm.
There's no way to get around it. So if you're a Caesar and you have a Go XLR, the recommended way to do it off of Go XLR's site is to have it all done on your gaming rig and then send it all through an HDMI cord to your streaming rig. The whole point of a game rig and a stream rig is to offload all that bullshit off your game rig onto your stream rig. And the way that Go XLR has it set up, it's almost impossible to get my alerts to come over to my game rig if I put everything on my stream rig.
That's why I'm like, I don't know that I want
It's
to
a fucking
do.
nightmare.
I
So
don't.
I have a Yamaha board. Mine's all nice. Got a lot of knobs on it.
I'm like,
That's
I
how
don't
I do on my audio.
because of that. I don't know that I want to go through the 2 PC setup. I'd rather beef
It
up
sucks.
this one which maybe that's why I should spend the extra and get the i9 instead. But then
You'd
I
have a
also
stronger encoder.
right. But then I also went through the whole. Do I even need to do any of it right now? Just be like,
Dude, I
whatever.
get like that all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, every time I load up Warzone, I know I want to do it because literally my whole fucking camera
Hey,
freezes.
Caesar,
It's
just
so
buy this
bad.
one behind me, bro.
So you know what the beauty of it is? I fired up my PS4 today.
Oh, let's go.
I think I'll just play Warzone on my PS4 and stream it
You
into
couldn't
my
do
PC.
it.
Yes, I can. That's
No,
what
like,
everybody's playing on.
with the FOV.
I feel like I'm running
Oh.
slow. So what?
Oh my god.
As much as I play it, like if it just gets me around the
don't know
annoyance
how
of the
you
Are
lag.
you
did.
gonna connect the mouse and keyboard to the
No,
PS4 too?
no, I would just play
Are you gonna play
controller.
controller?
I just play with my PS4 controller. I don't mind.
There's so much wrong with this conversation.
Listen, I'm.
Hey, you do you. I'm happy for you, boo boo.
It
I'm
actually might not
not.
be bad. You can pop it up on the TV too.
I play it up there. Yeah, I
better
play it up there.
experience.
Now,
It'll be
here's
more
my deal.
fun.
I don't.
Yoshi Rich Caesar over here.
What do you mean? How? I'm literally not buying any of this. I'm literally. Why do you think I have the anxiety? The anxiety is because like I don't know if I'm gonna do it because I don't think I want to spend the money on it.
I feel you. I just impulse buy. That's my problem.
See, I can't impulse buy. I can't.
It's so bad, bro.
It's so. I don't
It's
know
so
which one's
bad.
worse. Which one's worse? You think? Bearded Grizz is here too. Tank,
What do
what's
you
up?
mean?
Tank, what's up, Bearded Grizz?
Impulse buy is worst of everything.
Well, so impulse buy.
I got $2,500 worth of equipment surrounding me that I have no use for.
So impulse buy is bad for your wallet. Okay.
So bad.
My anxiety not no buy or toss it around a million times is bad for my mental state.
He's like, I go insane.
I am literally going and ask Ari how many text messages
Oh
he
my
has for me that
God.
say just place the order. No, wait. No. Yeah, place it. Put these things in it. No, don't. I'm going to wait and see. No, place it. I'm not kidding. Like, this is serious. Like, I've sent him so many in Discord and to his phone, like trying to get him to place the order. And
My daughter texted him the other day. That was so funny.
yeah, just dude, the thing I have right now with the i7, i9 is like, I don't want to get the i9 and then regret spending the money that would have been okay getting the i7. But I don't want to get the i7 and then be pissed off that I have similar issues that I have now and should have got the i9.
Mm.
But I don't
What
know
if
how
you
to
get the
guarantee.
i9, you have similar issues?
And what if I get the i9 and I have similar issues? You know?
You'd be depressed.
Exactly. So
'Cause he's
like,
hard pressed.
do I do none of it? You know? That's why I circled back to doing none of it.
I think you just take the mental strain and just deal with
Dude,
the
just
The pain.
frame ups and stuff. Yeah.
Just deal with the pain
Just-
of the lag.
Yeah.
Just fucking buy the most expensive shit you can, because in the long run, you're saving yourself a little bit. Just fucking pull the trigger. I did, and look, now I have $2,500 worth of pointless shit.
That doesn't
But
sound
I'm
like a good.
happy. Look at this. I'm happy, bro.
No. Nope. I'm not happy. I'm not happy when
I don't have that strain you got, bro. I just do it. I'm like Nike up in this motherfucker.
You have 2 PCs sitting there. that you
3,
use.
one's not open.
No, you use 2 PCs. That's why you don't have the strain I have.
Not open.
Oh, we'll talk about it more. I mean, I'm tossing around the different ideas. The RAM was just like an add-on because I don't know how well the RAM I have is going to work, if at all. I was like, I could get the RAM. The power supply should be fine. Graphics card will be fine. Case, I'm probably going to have to move some things around to make it work, but
Yeah.
I have to get a motherboard if I get a new CPU. 12th gen needs a new motherboard.
That's the problem with pre-builds. It's always a motherboard.
Well, that motherboard I think you have to get a new motherboard no matter what for this 12th gen. Because it's a Z690. And I don't think anybody, you probably had a 590 if anything. I think you have to get a motherboard no matter what.
Yeah.
But then it was like, do I go to the DDR5, right? Instead of the DDR4? But it's too expensive for the DDR5 now. There's a whole bunch of stuff. What's wrong, Black?
Just go max.
Black, just give me the computer you have sitting on the floor there. I'll make us both happy. You won't have it sitting there anymore, and
It's got a 3060 in
I
it.
know you're telling
You just have a 36 years sitting on the floor?
It's a Ryzen 7 with a 3060 and 16 gigs of RAM.
Why is it just sitting there?
Because I think I'm going to give it away. I'm not
Like,
sure yet. I'm on the fence.
That is wild.
I mean, my game rig's outperforming it, and my stream rig's got a 2070 Super in it. So, like, I'm not really gaining anything but CUDA cores.
I think the 2070 Super is better than the 3060, right? Performance-wise?
No, the 3060 has more CUDA cores. So, like, it's rendering faster.
True.
And you can overclock the 3060 way more than you can overclock the 2070.
The 3000 series is just so, like, rare right now. Like, it's just so overpriced because you can't find it.
Oh, I could sell the 3060 for more than I bought that whole thing for.
Yeah, you can buy.
Why don't you
sell
do
for
that?
like 700-800.
What do you mean?
Why don't you sell the piece inside it?
Why? I'm not no scalper, bro.
Like, why don't you be like
Why don't you just sell the PC?
I guess I could do that.
You can
Make
probably
a quick
sell it.
$400.
The PC?
Yeah. I only paid 1,000 out the door. It was
You
like
can-
1,026 or some shit.
You can get like $2,000 for that PC if that has a 3060 in it.
It does.
Yeah. The 3060 probably costs like 800.
I think
Right
it
now.
does
Yeah.
on eBay. Yeah. I was looking at it the other day.
So you can easily sell that for like $2,000.
Mm.
You should do that.
You're like at a strip yard now, but for computers.
And that's the same. And that monitor I only paid 200 for.
What is that?
That's a MSI 31.5 inch curved 1 millisecond 165 hertz.
Nice.
No, 1080. My bad.
31. That's huge.
Yeah, I could never. I have 27s.
Yeah,
And then my
same.
two TVs are 43s.
Yeah,
No shot, bro.
I have 27s as well.
No, I can't. I got these 24, 25s. I can't go any bigger than that. Plenty.
27's perfect for me.
Yeah.
Anything bigger, and I'm like, anything smaller, and I'm like,
Yeah, I gotta think more about it. I just don't know. I think yeah. I think I'm staying away from the 2 PC setup though.
it's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it.
I'd rather sell the pieces in it, you know?
Yeah, go for it. All I'm telling you is if you don't have to, don't do it. Because it's a fucking nightmare. There's some days I get on like 3 hours early to prep. And dude, I'll come and it'll just be like, hey, your board's not working today. And I'm like, this just worked less than 6 hours ago. None of my audio's going anywhere, and I'm freaking out, and then I'm an hour late to stream, and I finally got it all fixed. It's like I didn't even touch anything.
Yeah, I don't see. Yeah.
Sucks.
I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm not gonna get anything. Just gonna deal with the pain.
This motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, the first thing to figure out is if you're gonna get something or not get something. Like that's the first problem. And
Dude, just do it. It's that simple.
if you're gonna do it, then you just have to figure out I7 or I9. But if you're not gonna do it, then stop even worrying about it.
Yeah, I think
I'll
I've
make
gotten
the
to that
decision
point. I'm
for
not
you.
going to think about it because I got this computer Cyber Monday 2019, so 2 years. It's 2 years old. Has one more year of warranty left on it. I have a 3-year warranty on it. So if I start changing pieces in it, obviously my warranty's out the window. Not that it gets me anything anyway. I sent it back and nothing happened, right?
Can we just reflect on that for a moment? I said that would happen.
You did, but like, what did I get from it? I still have to do it. And honestly,
know.
if I want money out of it, because that's the other thing, I could send it and just get money for it, but it has to go back 3 more times. On the third one, they'll finally just keep it and give me money.
And they wouldn't even give you, they'd give you retail, which is dumb.
I think they'd give me like what I paid for it. That's what they said. But I have to send it them 3 more times and have them say nothing's wrong.
That's
you know?
crazy.
But so I don't know. Anyway, I have to make that decision. I said at the end of 2022 I would get a second PC. So instead, I could just do at the end of 22 get the pieces for beefing this one up.
Good idea. And you'll see where you're gonna be at with your stream.
That's the
in
other
next year.
thing. I mean, you know, maybe I'm not even streaming anymore.
Or maybe
There's
you're,
no
like,
shot I'm not
blowing
still
up.
playing Fortnite. Let's be honest. Like I am 1,000%
Do you really
still
think
playing.
it's not gonna die by the end of next year?
Oh, I am still
No
playing that
way.
game, bro.
Fortnite's never going to go away.
Really?
It's gonna be like WoW.
It's
There's
just
still gonna
gonna
be people
evolve.
there. You
But it'll
can-
just keep evolving.
You do not have people
It's not going
buying
nowhere.
all those items in their locker to then just have the servers die.
No, servers won't die. I'm just saying, like for example, in the OC, right? Because there's not that many people playing in Australia, like in Australia, New Zealand, obviously. So like queue times are horrendous. Like pub games, like 3 minutes to get in the game. That's a long time, like compared to what we do, like 10 seconds to get in the game, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna get to a point where there just aren't that many people playing for you to get in like games.
I'm fine playing AI. Bring them
Yeah.
on. Bring them on.
Bring up the KD.
Bring up the KD.
Yeah.
No,
Let's
you
get
know,
to that
come
level.
on, man. I'm literally level 310 right now, okay? I am not playing that game for anything other than challenges and to like feel a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
There was a period I was having a kid and I'm like really afraid I'm not going to hit max level, which was 200, and I'm 310 right now. I slaughtered
Their
it.
past is 200.
I literally, and I slowed down because I started playing like late game and things like that where I'm not even giving levels, but it is what it is, you know?
I mean, my locker's huge, and I practically walked away.
You should sell your account.
Nah.
I didn't say that, by the way, because that's not legal.
Nah, I got the partner and like the creator code and stuff.
I want
Can't do
which I
that.
still use, by the way. Dave
Thank
just
you.
lost his. Did you see his tweets?
I know, I did. That's
Did you get
terrible.
the same thing? Did you get the
No.
email too? So what happened with his? Did his just like get disconnected or
idea.
something? I wanted to ask
No
him,
idea,
but I
'cause he
also don't want
uses
to. I
his
also don't want to touch on it.
often.
Yeah, I don't want to touch on it because like I feel like it's got him in a.
I don't know, because he was always doing custom lobbies. And I checked my custom lobbies the other day after I seen it. And I just messed with
Well,
it.
he didn't lose
They were
custom.
working.
He lost his code,
Yeah, I know. He lost everything.
and they said they can't. They won't give it back.
Did he do
Like, even
something?
if he reapplies, because he's got over 1,000 followers everywhere.
They said he can't reapply on the same account.
Did he do
Why?
something or no?
Apparently, he got an. I didn't. All I know is from his tweets, but he got an email. It went to his spam. He had 10 days to reply, and he never replied because it was a spam email. And it was he needed to relink or do something with his social media account or something, and he just never saw the email. When he lost his code, he probably reached out to Epic, and they said you got an email, and he found it in his spam. He's literally every day tweeting Donald Mustard and Epic and everything like that, trying to get because they're not helping him at all.
I got
That's crazy.
I got a creator code, but then I lost it as well because I was too lazy to fill out the tax form. Yeah.
I mean, I'm.
I think I've gotten like 6 payouts in 3 years.
It's all from me, buddy. Don't worry.
It probably is. You, Dustin, Riley, and
I think Hoy uses it.
yeah.
You know, with the amount of stuff you buy, Caesar, you're
Yeah,
giving
right.
Black a paycheck.
Yeah.
Every month or so.
I slowly making that grind. I'm not trying to push any other social media. It's going to be on Twitch. If I make it happen, it'll be on Twitch.
Can you link
And
Twitch?
it'll be what's that?
Can you
can.
link Twitch?
Yeah, Twitch is one of the
Thank
ones.
you, Yoshi.
TikTok doesn't count. Twitch
I don't
does.
think that doesn't count.
Big news on that, Black. My video with Hoy in it. It was climbing for like 3 weeks. It got to 3,000 views.
Quite a few times.
Literally got to like 3,000
I
views.
was so fucking jealous of Hoy.
I told Hoy on day one, like they're normally TikToks are 24 hours you have to grow, right? 24 hours. And I told him, I'm like, it's like 200-300 views or something like that. I was like, this is going to fizzle out and that's it. Literally 2-3 weeks later, like I was just looking at it on Friday and I crossed over 3,000, 600 likes. I was like, yes, people like wholesome.
Wait, 600 likes out of 3,000 views?
Yeah.
That's huge.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoy was gorgeous. The way he turned around in his chair.
That was the only
I
part that was
loved it.
staged, by the way. That was the only part of the stage. Everything else was not. And it wasn't
No
actually.
way you rolled up and he's cleaning a tool. No.
Hoy, are you still
way.
here? Hoy, are you still here? Tell him it was a toy. He was
shot.
he was fixing a toy. Telling you. He knew I was coming, but he didn't know I was going to be filming.
Duh.
I am 100% telling you. He knew I was coming. He didn't know I got there. He literally didn't even see the text message that said I'm here. I got out of my car, filming already, walking right towards him. If you thought any of that was staged, why would I have not had Zach redo it? The end was staged. That's it. Because we were downstairs. I already saw his office, like his gaming station. But I was like, hey, you should sit down and like turn around and do a thumbs up. Did you not see it, Bo? The video.
I saw the video. Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah, 600.
That's when I commented on how Hoy looked amazing
Oh, okay.
in that video.
Chat,
Yeah.
you hear this cat? You might as well call this. No.
What? Is Hoy saying something?
This is all just bullshit.
What? The last
lying.
part was staged. 1,000% the last part. That's it, though. Everything else.
Hoy was too perfect.
What? Him in the garage?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what made it great. Was
I think
his
Hoy
reaction?
is just perfect.
That was his
Hoy
reaction.
is perfect.
Like,
Yeah.
Look, if you thought I staged it, why didn't I reshoot Zach who dropped the hat? He like grabbed it and like fumbled it.
Because he was tired of you being there already.
It was really good. It was a really good video. It turned out well. You know the one I want to reshoot if I was on the other side of the state right now? You know the video with all the people like their head bobbing, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to reshoot it with them like next to me, you know, the hats, and I think that would do well too. I think that would hit.
You need to get a trend going on TikTok of people doing the head bob with your hat.
So,
and then we just keep stitching it.
I don't know. Yeah, right. That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't.
You should actually do that. You can do that right now.
I can stitch
I'll
it.
do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I can stitch it. I'll
duet.
Like
Not
you
stitch,
start
'cause
it.
it'll
Yeah,
cut.
you start it.
and people will
then,
just do it.
Yeah.
And then you
And just people will keep adding to it.
Yeah.
But you're gonna duet it, so I'm gonna be bobbing the whole time.
Yep.
And then
We
I'm
all
gonna
bob the
turn,
whole
and you
time.
gotta turn, and then like, okay, we can look
Actually,
into
the
it. That's
next
a great
person
idea.
that does it has to flip. So like when he turns, we turn, and then you can finally see us. Yeah.
But you want it
That's
to be the
style.
third person or the second person does it?
The second person. Like, and then so on and so on. So like you're bobbing, and then when it goes to show the other side, everyone else that stitches or duets it has to be in the frame then, not before.
It's a good idea because I have a dozen hats out now. No, 18 hats have been given out.
Bro, if you get 18 stitches, that's gonna
Well,
be
I'm not
wild.
going to because there's a lot of people that don't have TikTok, but I get enough of them. Enough of them. It'd be good. We'll try it. That sounds like a great idea. It sounds like a great idea. Hoy's never shot a TikTok, so we'll have to see if we can convince him.
I never made a TikTok.
No, he has a TikTok. He just doesn't post videos. He uses it to view.
He comments on my stuff.
Right. He uses it to view. So this is a great idea. I will use it. I think it'll be good. Bo, you said something about the 600 out of 3,000. I thought that was pretty good, right? It's like
that's a really good ratio.
1 out of every 5 people?
Yeah, 5 people. That's
1 out of every
really
5
good.
people.
It's not normal.
What do you think about? I think I got about 100, 150 maybe followers out of it. Is that better or worse than the? I feel like that's pretty good.
That's really good because you're only getting 3,000 views, which is not a lot.
Right.
Like for like TikToks that blow up, especially, it's not a lot.
Right.
So getting that much interaction out of it is really good.
Yeah, it was like 100 out of a whatever.
Because usually a lot of the views are just like skips, right? Because you're just going through your For You page.
Yeah.
So that means a lot of people actually watch the whole thing.
There were 50% of people watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
50% of people watched the whole thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what sucks is I posted my trailer next. And it got like no views. my trailer for Twitch.
The one you made? Yeah.
Yeah, the trailer for Twitch. And I got like no views, like 50 views or something like that. Because the other one was still fucking carrying.
This is my Coliseum.
Yeah, exactly. You like it, right?
It's catchy.
I did my whole spiel, and I posted. Anyway, I like the suggestion, guys. I'll do the head bob, and maybe we'll get people to do edit, and I think that could be pretty funny. I don't know how the camera would work. Got to get Hoy in there. Black, you can get in there. I gave out 18 hats. Sorry, I gave out 17 hats. One of them's mine. So 17
I'll be sure
hats.
to have mine on sideways so you guys can see the logo.
Oh, because you're head bobbing like this. Yeah, you need it to be facing towards them. But yeah,
everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this hat?"
I ordered another dozen, and they're actually on back order right now. Like, I'm not gonna be able to get them. Yeah, but I'm switching designs anyway. So,
nice.
Well, we are approaching the 2-hour mark. I noticed.
Wow.
Yeah, goes by fast. See, I told you we didn't need any filler. We just talk about whatever. The content is the filler. That's the beauty of it. Bo, any final thoughts or word of advice?
What was the advice we gave? Oh, don't. Yeah, that's not good advice. We can't actually do that one.
What was it?
It was like don't smoke.
Oh.
No, we're not gonna go with that one.
Don't
That's
smoke,
not good.
kids.
Go outside your comfort zone.
There we
Hey,
go.
I liked it. Nice.
I love
that's
it.
the advice.
I was just gonna be like, see the world or
Nah, that
something.
was
I like yours
perfect.
way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, go outside your comfort zone.
His is way better than yours.
It is 1,000%. Do I need to consult with him in the future whenever we need?
100%.
Okay, I'll do it. Get
you go.
outside your comfort zone. See, that's too much. I
Seek
gotta fit in.
discomfort.
I gotta fit in my trailer, so I'll
Wait,
Seek
what did
work
it
discomfort.
with
say?
it. What's that?
Do seek discomfort.
Yes.
Seek
I
discomfort.
thought that's what he said. Yo, that's lit.
Do that.
That is good.
Is that what you guys say nowadays? Lit?
Yeah.
You
Lit.
notice how turn up was too old all of a sudden? Like what? What the
I
hell?
mean, turn down for what? That was like a dad joke. When was that song come out? Like 2013, 2014?
What
Come
the fuck?
When
That's
was the
pretty
last
old.
time I was going to the clubs and drinking? That's when it was out.
That was the last time you went, like, you would go to clubs?
God.
I mean,
2013?
I've never been to a club.
Stop.
I stopped
Uh-uh.
like
Never?
Never.
That's wild. Like, not even in, I mean, you've been to like frat parties.
No,
Come
I never went to college.
Not even in high school? You didn't go to like any, like,
Nope.
Wow.
Inside.
bonfires.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live a simple life.
Seek discomfort. Oh, we'll stay on the line for a sec, but I'm gonna kick us over
Cool,
to
cool.
blurry screen.
Let's do it.
So everybody, plan is to be back hopefully next week. We'll see how everything's going with our schedules, Black and I, but we're gonna do episode 40 the same way we did episode 20 and episode 1. We'll start doing a recap. We'll do a recap of the past 20 and then also catch you up on everything that's changing for me and Black. As excuse me, we both have introduced a child into the world. Well, our wives did, but we were there for moral support. I don't know, Black, were you there for moral support? We'll talk about that next week. I think
was
you were there vlogging, so I don't know if that counts as moral
The entire
support.
time.
All right, Bo, thanks for being our guest this week. It was great, and everybody else, we'll catch you next one.
See ya.